Hey guys, Trip Chains here on the Diablo Immortal Alpha, checking out the Caverns of Echoes dungeon.
The chill of death. If you are to survive it, you must acquire the Iceburn Tear. Harness its power, lest death swallow you whole. For if you cannot endure the cold of this world, there will be no mercy for you in the next.
The Caverns of Echoes dungeon is located within the Frozen Tundra zone. Typically, if you are doing this dungeon normally, the main objective is to just kill the final dungeon boss. If you are doing a bounty, you may have another objective as well.
Do you hunger for death?
In this case, I'm doing a bounty, but I don't really have another objective as well. It's just to complete the dungeon, so it does depend on the specific bounty that you're doing. I'm just going to kill most things as we run through here. You can see here it's a very icy dungeon in the lands of the barbarians with the frozen tundra. There's a couple of cool little, I guess, actionable things as we go through this dungeon. Coming up the first one here, where we will be breaking the ice. Always good to break through the ice with our fists. Get through to this next area, which is the first boss of the dungeon. You really got to come all the way to the side to make sure that he jumps up properly. Okay, here we go. You can see he's very much a, I guess, gorilla-like creature here, Bloodrime. And he's hitting the ice very hard. You can see the cracks. So it's not a very stable place we are here. Down we go. Okay, fighting Bloodrime here. See, now we start getting shards falling from above down on top of us as we come into this part of the dungeon. And he's down. Oh, I got a legendary. Nice. I feel like I've got a couple of legendaries from this particular dungeon. Okay. Moving through. More icy creatures. That's the first boss down at least. More icicles dropping on top. If they do hit you, you will get frozen. So you don't actually want to stand under. You can see you do get a warning. There's those little blue circles before they come down, which is nice. But you do not actually want them to hit you, unless you feel like being frozen, of course. So I'm just doing this on... I just got frozen then. On my Demon Hunter here. And this is in a Hell 1 dungeon, so it's not too difficult for me. I could be doing Hell 2, but it would take a fair bit longer because the monsters and the like would be tougher. Okay, now we're coming out nexting. Now we're not punching anymore. Now we're going to have to kick this down to get over, make it into a bridge. I did just get hit again there. Just got frozen, but lucky there's nothing really around. Okay, across the bridge now. Some more lovely frozen creatures. So as we come through here, you'll see there's actually a whole bunch of frozen things in ice. So when I hit them, they'll come out of the ice. But there is more and more of those icicles dropping from the roof as well. Just watch out for them. Make sure you're not standing under them. Out the way we go. Okay, now if you look at the map here, it does go two directions. Up to the left is nothing unless you have a particular, you know, bounty or contract or something to do up that way. The way to the boss is towards this top right location. This is where we want to be going. More things frozen here that we've got to break the ice before we fight them. As you can see, more icicles dropping down as well. Okay, so up ahead, that round room, that is going to be the way to the final boss, the Glacial Colossus. And see us getting sent way out of the way there with that lovely icy wind. Okay, boss is up here. In this fight, there's a few minor mechanics to be aware of. So right now you can see the boss is buried in the ice, and it won't come out until we've killed everything around, basically. Then it's going to jump out and start attacking us. It'll go into some other stages like this during the fight as well. So this is a Glacial Colossus, and this is the final boss of this particular dungeon. It's going to throw a few things out at us, which is lovely. But when it gets to certain stages of health, it's going to burrow again. And that's when we're going to have to kill some other things. I'm just going to use some, I guess, lower level skills here so that we can see that. So you can see here we've almost got our Icy Arcane, like a Cold Arcane. And that won't stop, and we can't actually do any damage on the boss until we kill everything else that's around here. It is held 1, so it's not too bad for me. Now we can get some damage on the boss again. Oh, this one here is a pretty bad hit, so I'm going to run out, and you'll see the ice come out. I just run out of that circle personally. I guess if you want to tank hits, you could there. And you see these little ice blocks that Glacial Colossus puts up? When it does go under again, those kinds of blocks won't be able to actually hit through. Okay, so now we've got 3 of those Icy Arcanes, and you see its ice doesn't go through it either. So those icy blocks are just blocking everything here. Anyways, yeah, back on the boss now. It's nearly dead. Just wanted to go a bit slow there to show some of those mechanics. And there we go. That is the end of Caverns of Echo in the Diablo Immortal Alpha. Thank you very much for watching, and GG!